Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Lofi Network. Pisces Soul Tribe. I want to get into some general messages for you. And of course, anything you need from me can be found down below in the description box. Divine, what is a message Pisces could use at this moment? Okay. So, first we have coming out the Five of Cups. And why the Five of Cups, Divine? We have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Don't give up on what you've been attracting, what you've been trying to pull in. I feel like there is an energy of exhaustion. Okay. You may be feeling spiritually depleted, which is totally normal. Maybe you need to take a step back. It's possible that you also maybe in a way take the message as it resonates. Some of you all have been watching way too much tarot. That doesn't mean that you need to stop. But you do need to slow down. Too many different energies, and this could also cause you to be in a state of confusion or also feeling like things aren't happening. What else, Divine, here? We have the Three of Wands. Okay, I feel like there is something that you are needing to cycle back on. This is something that you may be needing to reassess, because I do feel like in this time the energy is really truly magnetic. If you've been trying to manifest things, now would be the perfect time, especially if you've been feeling like you need to. But there is something that is requiring a little reassessment at this time. Divine, tell me what this Three of Wands is. Okay, this reassessment with the devil may be involving you, things that you possibly still need to tame, things that you need to get a handle on, because I do feel like you've come a mighty long way. But there's also something about a slight disbelief here, maybe believing like the things that you want to create, the things that you want to do are not manageable, that you will not be able to do that. I feel like this state of being is influenced by external sources. These aren't ideas or notions that we're born with. I feel like when there's fear or when there's disbelief, these are all things that are brought on you. This isn't anything that has already been within. I do feel like you've been secure about a journey, but throughout the many different experiences, maybe the people that you've connected to, maybe people have caused you to be discouraged, but there's something that you are needing to hold out on this at this moment, because something that you're doing is working. And then we have the Death. Yes, this is meant to happen to cause many different changes in your life. So change for you most certainly is on the way. I am feeling that this may be a little uncomfortable, but this is supposed to be some form of spiritual awakening for you. I feel like you've done this before. I'm hearing even 3 times. So you could have gone through what you would consider 3 dark nights of the soul. I feel like for you, for a while, this might be the last one. I feel like you have a good handle on who you are. I do feel like you knew that you were supposed to target many specific different things, but you are having success with those things, even if it feels like it's been quite challenging. Divine, this Death here. Yeah, ten of swords. The Death is bringing in the end of many different things, and because a lot of you all watch this as many different scenarios, it could be specific, but this is a general message, so do take what resonates. But the beginning of something here for you is the end of something all at the same time, especially with the Ten of Swords and the Death. There's more emphasis on something coming to an end. Divine, can you specifically tell me what the endings are about this Ten of Swords? Okay. So karma, for many of you, this is a level of balance with judgment coming in. I feel like the judgment call that has been placed on your life concerning the person's place or things that you're supposed to take out of your life is fair, and this does seem to be valid. There was some backstabbing activity done possibly behind your back concerning something that you're doing here as well with the Three of Wands. But either way, whatever it is, this negative mindset that you may have about what you are doing, or feeling like this disbelief that it may not happen. I feel like that's the reason why it isn't happening, because this belief is causing you to be stagnant, maybe where you are sitting down and not doing much, where you're not doing a lot of the work. Because I feel like a lot of you all have been working, but some of you all could be working more towards your goals, towards your dreams here as well. Divine, what else is here concerning the judgment? Okay, and we have the Emperor. So this definitely seems to be where you belong. It seems like you maybe have been discounting yourself. Maybe you've been discrediting yourself. But I feel the need to big you up. You are a success in your own right, and I feel like you are going to begin to lead the pack in a lot of ways. I do feel like for you, the past 3 years have been quite a struggle. I feel like you have been able to maintain your lifestyle, but there's something about you being able to do more now, especially with the Emperor. I feel like you could also be trying to figure out how do you gain passive income. So multiple streams of income could be significant. But I do feel like you're about to awaken now to where you always were supposed to be. Previously, you were connected to individuals who caused maybe some work that you were doing to come to a halt, because I feel like there was seeds of doubt, seeds of disbelief that were planted, and it was strategic. It was strategic. It was meant to cause you to go on hold, cause you to pause, cause you to reassess something. I feel like those things that once did disappoint you, I feel like you are about to pick up on them now. Divine, tell me more about this disappointment with the Five of Cups and the Knight of Cups. And we have the Fool. So this definitely could have been something that you started to do. I feel like, once again, a leap of faith could be very significant. So you could have took a leap of faith on something that you wanted to do, and then you ended up being disappointed. I feel like this is something that you attracted rightfully for yourself. But even then, I feel like sometimes, those things that don't happen for us, those things that don't work out, I don't feel like we necessarily are supposed to always give them up. With people, that's a whole different story. But when it comes down to things that you're doing, I feel like you will know when to throw in the towel. But right now is not the time to throw in the towel. Divine, the Five of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Fool. We have the Two of Pentacles. And tell me about the Two of Pentacles, because I feel like some new start that's coming in is supposed to initialize some change in your life. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, and that is the change. I feel like with the Five of Cups, this is also giving me a nod towards the Five of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you all could have been experiencing many different losses, but the areas in which you received losses, I feel like you're about to receive some sort of tangible evidence or some type of tangible reward to prove that something is finished, something is over, and something is done. I feel like when this Nine of Pentacles energy comes in here as well, I feel like people are truly about to see you for who you really are and who you were really meant to be. Once again, I feel like a lot of the things that many of you are doing, a lot of people discounted. A lot of people, counted you out. And I feel like you knew that this was something that you were supposed to do, and you weren't supposed to give up on it. Nine of Pentacles energy, this is a singular type of energy. This doesn't require the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like this doesn't require other people's opinions, which is why it's the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you are secure in your own right. And once you obtain this, I feel like this is something that you are supposed to take into another relationship, but that has yet to be seen. But more so than anything else right now, you are very bold, you are very confident, and I do feel that you are about to see a turnaround and a change in your life after you reassess and after you reevaluate, okay? Divine, what else is here? Any other messages here? And we have the Ten of Wands. There's something that you're supposed to once again remain diligent to. I feel like you are skilled in many different ways here with the Ten of Wands. I feel like you also have taken on many different responsibilities at this time here as well. Divine, tell me about this Ten of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. I feel like new opportunities for you are on the horizon because you are actually putting in the work. I feel like there is something that you also are dedicated to here as well. I feel like you could also be experiencing a little fatigue. This is the Ten of Wands, but I do feel like you are going to receive some sort of inspirational nudge. The energy, to stay motivated and to continue onward and upward. New beginnings are on the horizon for you. Period. With the Ace of Wands, this is something that you could have been working towards for quite a while now, but some things that you are doing in this moment are really starting to see potential with the Ace of Wands. What else, Divine? Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're about to trade in your hard work. So wage could be significant with the Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Stable ground, stability. Divine, tell me about the Ten of Pentacles concerning the Ace of Wands and Ten of Wands here. With the King of Wands, you've been putting in a lot of work. You've been putting in a lot of energy. There's something that you have been solely dedicated to here as well. You could be a leader of a business or an entrepreneur of your own business, but you've been putting in a lot of work, possibly to also secure a bag and make sure other individuals that you work with are okay here as well. What else, Divine? And we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you are building, honestly, from the ground up. You're building from the ground up. Divine Three of Swords, as well as the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you could have been doing this, once again, you could have been doing this for a while. You could have been doing this, in secrecy here as well. I do feel like there have been a lot of painful experiences that you've gone through. I feel like with all of this incoming, this is something that will relieve some pressure. I feel like you have done a lot of work with the King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. And I do feel like this soon could be coming to an end, this level of work that you've been doing. I feel like a lot of you all need to possibly step back and take a vacation is what it's been giving. There's been a lot of work done. And possibly with your head down, not even looking up, you've just truly been dedicated to something. And I really, truly, I feel like you're about to see, once again, those things turn over into tangible evidence that you have been working. So long story short, your hard work is getting ready to pay off, and in real time you could begin to or start to see those things really maybe even depositing funds into your bank account, just seeing evidence that things are working out for you, and this is something that you need to stick with. Okay. I feel like in this time there is a lot of confusion going on. A lot of that confusion is surrounded by the things that people said about you that you possibly even started to believe. But I do feel like a lot of things that you are experiencing right now have nothing to do with you and have a lot to do with the other people that you used to be connected to, especially if you're an empath. You might need clarity and understanding on where all these energies are coming from, right? So check out our sponsor, Psychic Source. Okay, so click the link down below in the description box. Using my unique code JMarion, you can receive up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only $19.80. I just used them again today. Used Psychic Source again today. I spoke with Persephone, and then once again, it's almost like there was a confirmation of the first reading that I had, especially when it comes down to things of this channel. So they worked for me, and I feel like they can work for you as well. So check those details down below in the description box. If you're not satisfied, you can also get your money back. So you win, period. It's the same thing if you try things at a store. If you don't like it, you take it back. So check those details down below in the description box again. And now on to your reading. Divine, what other messages do you have here for Pisces closing out the reading? Okay. So we have the Nine of Cups. I feel like this fall is giving me fall. You're about to move into a time where you are very fulfilled. We're at the tail end of summer. We're in the month of August, almost halfway through. I feel like harvest time is going to be very significant for you because I feel like some of you all did not stop at summer. I feel like some of you all kept on working through in and throughout the summer. Some of you all have been saving money for a particular reason. This could have something to do with a venture that you are about to invest in. But with the Nine of Cups, you're about to see wishes, dreams come true. You're about to be fulfilled emotionally with the Nine of Cups. And then we also have the Three of Swords. This could span and spark from, once being connected with people, people juggling you, people not treating you right, seeing your value, seeing your worth. Because I feel like you've gone through many different things with all these different types of people. There have been many different people who have inflicted, pain, in your life. And I feel like this could have been three other people. I do see you growing. I see you elevating, and I do see you expanding. I do feel like these people are going to remain the same. They're in the same type of energy. I do feel like people don't see you anymore. They don't see you. And the reason why they don't see you is because they put daggers through your heart. And I feel like you've removed them. You've not even misplaced them. You've removed them. Misplaced, replaced. None of those things. With the Nine of Wands, you've kept to yourself. I feel like you've established boundaries here as well. And I do feel like if there was anything threatening that would come your way, they wouldn't be able to get through so easily. You see something coming. And you seeing something coming has caused you to build a wall, to build boundaries. I feel like you've come through a lot of illusions, people casting illusions, people playing on your time. You're just showing up now as a standout individual because you value yourself. You value your space. With the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands, 99 could be significant. And of course, you could have been born in the year 99. Divine, give me more clarity, please. We have the Knight of Cups. And then tell me about the Knight of Cups. So we have the Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I do feel like you have people in your energy who are attracting you, but I do still feel like it stresses them out a little bit because these are people who are watching you. And I feel like they are watching your growth and they're watching your elevation. I feel like these are also people who have knowledge of the things that they've done, and we don't even have to get on that. Knowledge of the things that they've done, and I feel like they are going to receive some sort of penance from this. I mean, you yourself, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, they're in the Nine of Swords energy. These are people who have to watch you from a distance now because it seems like their attraction or whatever they're trying to do, maybe they're trying to manipulate an instance, maybe they're trying to project things, send projection through dreams and all of those things where it's possible. I do feel like these are people who are stressed out. I feel like you are a distant, faint memory, and I feel like moving forward for these people, that's all you will be. I feel like these people will be left with nightmares and pain because that's what they inflicted on other people. What else, Divine, with this Page of Swords? You have the Five of Pentacles. Yes, these are people who will be left without your energy. These are people who will see you as a missed opportunity. These are people who will no longer have access to you as well, with the Judgment here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like a judgment call is fair. These are people who feel like they are once again experiencing whatever karma it is that they have to experience. And these are people who possibly will never have you again. I know that there is an energy of karma that is out. These people could feel like they are experiencing that, but I do feel like more so than anything else, they are without you with the Five of Pentacles. What else, Divine? Yeah, we have the Hierophant. You could be experience a higher level of commitment. 5 being the Hierophant with the Five of Pentacles. 10 being also a nod towards the Ten of Swords. I feel like you could have been called to leave this particular environment because you yourself, you have a lot to do. You could have something to do of a spiritual study or a spiritual practice. Doesn't have to be. But I do also feel like you're just being called for something just far more important than petulant childlike behavior and activities. I do feel like that's also part of the reason why you are no longer involved with these people, because they are childish. I feel like when you grow up, you put away childish things. I know that's a biblical reference here as well. Divine, lastly, tell me about the Hierophant here. And we have the King of Cups. I feel like you are seeking after a more peaceful life, a softer life. I feel like a lot of people emotionally abuse many different situations that you were involved in. And I don't feel like these are people that you're paying back with the King of Cups. I feel like these are things that you are allowing to happen. I don't feel like anyone's karma is your concern. I don't even feel like anybody coming back to you is your concern. I almost feel like you kind of want to be left alone to just manifest and do life, by yourself, or not even by yourself, just not involved with anybody that you used to be involved with. There's this energy of newness, wanting to manifest new things. I feel like, once again, there's going to be this energy of people watching you from the distance, people watching you create from the distance. They did not respect you enough when you were around. And I feel like now that you are gone, people want to respect you because of what you're creating or what you're beginning to start, but they will not have access to you because, once again, you closed the door on that chapter and in that situation in your life, and you're moving on to greater things. Okay. Pisces Soul Trap, that was your reading. Hopefully this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box, including our sponsor, Psychic Source. Okay? Don't let these people be treacherous to you. Get ahead of the game and check out our sponsor. Okay, use those details down below in the description box. You'll be all set and good to go. Okay, and as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and see you in the network. Bye, guys.